Hello, hello, everybody. Good evening, bonsoir, bonjour. How are you, Coach Tina?
Oh, I am good. How are you?
I am doing well. Today it's day 9. Can you imagine when we
Yeah.
started day 1, day 2, day 3, today day 9? I
Yes.
thank God because we are learning so much. Oh
Yes.
my goodness. Oh God. I thank God for Dr. Novella and how, really what she's been pouring to us. Definitely. Coach Tina, can you tell us about your experience so far from day 1 until now?
Oh, day one.
Yeah, day 1. Yeah, we started from day 1, right? Can you give me just your experience from day 1? How you been doing so far?
Day one. I think it's been eye opening. We don't think about these things, and now we're getting a chance to talk about it. So it's like
Yes.
Dr. Lavella said, girl talk. We actually get
Uh-huh.
a chance to talk about things that we go through
Yes.
as Black women in our profession and our as leaders, servant leaders, as business owners, and actually how to taking off that mask and how we take on our parents' uh, things that they've done, and we done incorporate them in our lives, and then it's kind of like we're living among them in a mask, and then we have to take that mask off and actually start living our purpose, our life journey, and then through that we have to, don't take on other people's position. Lead, take your lead. You be the lead of your life. You do what that you love to do, what you love to do, whatever that is, as
Mm-hmm.
in business and ministry, or whatever that is you love to do, and make it your own. So she taught us.
Absolutely.
That's good.
We've been learning a lot. I mean, just for me, like, I just want to share also from day 1, like every single day, there's a layers and layers that I'm finding out. I mean, this is something that I said we could have gone into those, like those webinar where you have to pay like $1,000 to get trained. This is what Dr. Lovella is giving us. She's just been pouring us off. I am very grateful, very, very grateful to receive this. And every single day, I'm taking my notes and I'm watching everybody, the replay and all the DMs. People are, blessed for listening to the replay. It's just been amazing. A eye open, for me, a high moment. But I really, really, I did not know about the invisible wall. That will stick with me.
Mhm.
Until from day 1 until now, that will stick with me. And I said, wow. And there's a different type of mask. I was like, so it's just self discovery. I'm really, really blessed God for Dr. Novella. And welcome, Dr. Novella.
Mhm.
Welcome. Thank you. I'm saying welcome. Thank you. Thank you. So y'all
we
doing today?
Well, good.
we're doing good. We're just sharing some feedback about from day 1 until now. So we just thank God for you, for this vessel that God have been using from day 1 until today. It's a very amazing, things that you're really pouring into us, things that you're teaching us. It's really, guys, you are missing out if you haven't purchased the book yet. I'm just saying, you are
Yeah.
missing out because there's so much nugget you have put in
Yes.
that book. So make sure you really join us and purchase the book. Go on my profile. You're gonna see the link. I don't know, I posted how many times. Go and really purchase the book so you can be able to join us because this is so much nugget, definitely. So, merci beaucoup encore ce soir tout le monde. C'est Coach Janine avec Dr. Lovella et Coach Tina. Nous sommes aujourd'hui, ça c'est le 9e jour, 9e jour. So, nous bénissons encore le Seigneur pour aujourd'hui, pour ce livre que le Seigneur nous a donné comme un instrument, un outil que nous avons. C'est la confession d'une femme noire. Je bénis le Seigneur pour ça. En tout cas, pour moi, c'est un privilège. C'est vraiment une bénédiction d'avoir Dr. Lovella dans ma vie et aussi Coach Tina. Alors, on a passé des bons moments de partage. En tout cas, pour moi, je bénis le Seigneur parce qu'il y a beaucoup de choses que j'ai appris et je veux encore continuer à apprendre jusque le 21. Donc, si tu n'as pas encore acheté le livre, very, very bad for you. Il faut que tu puisses acheter le livre sur Amazon ou bien que tu puisses me contacter ou contacter Dr. Lovella. Elle pourra vous donner le lien que vous puissiez acheter ce livre-là. C'est très important. En tout cas, j'espère que vous avez vos notebooks et puis aussi votre bic. Comme ça, vous allez prendre note comme moi. Merci beaucoup. Coach Tina, you have the mic. Can you hear me, Coach Tina?
Yesterday we had a good time. We talked about some of my journey. We talked about some things that has gone on in our lives, like how uh we like I had to use take my faith to help walk me through during the city council, and how that journey has uh you have to leap. You actually have to leap, and how things resonate with you as a black woman through your life's journey. You have to actually sit down and think about it, and how you're gonna navigate through these things. Like, if I know Dr. Lovella was talking about traveling, and what is it that you actually want to do? How are you getting there? How you getting to that destination? Are you really thinking about that, and how you gonna get there? So you have to sit down and just just a soul search. To me, that's what I get from it. You have to soul search. What is it actually you want for your life?
Amen. That is so true. And yesterday, Dr. Lovella also mentioned about resiliency. Be resilient. That's something that really stick with me because she developed that much deeper. So today she's gonna continue and touch at the topic. So I can't wait to hear what she has for us today. But definitely, yesterday was also another big revelation for me. So we are so glad to have Dr. Lovella. Dr. Lovella, take it away.
And thank you so much for that. And welcome, everyone. Welcome. And for those that's in the chat and for those that will be listening watching the replay or even listen to the replay, welcome. And we are on what? Day 9.
Yeah.
Day 9. How exciting, how exciting. Just a recap of well, yesterday we talked a little bit about rising strong, by rising strong and embracing your inner strength. Rising strong and embracing your inner strength, and how you must lean or learn to lean into your vulnerability. And that's something. Learn to lean
Mm.
into your vulnerability while recognizing that what came to squeeze or pressurize and to take your power away and take your narrative away, or what came to kill, is causing you to tap into your inner strength. And so when you look and you assess, and the very thing that you count as or think as weakness is actuality your strength. You're discovering who you are. You're harnessing yet your gift. And welcome again, please, for those that will be watching the replay later on, type a hashtag replay. And why was the Confessions of a Black Woman written? It was written as a testament to the resilience, to those with strength, and to the beauty of a Black woman. This book offers intimate and unfiltered insights into your multifaceted experiences. You will be encouraged. You will be able to reclaim your narrative, reclaim your power. You will be able to reconcile yourself to yourself while you're
Mm-hmm.
celebrating yet your heritage. And today we're talking about, and just picking up off of chapter 6, we're tapping into the challenges that trump over your mind. The challenges that trump over your mind. Though we spoke about rising strong and by embracing your resilience and your inner strength. And as you could tell throughout this segment, and for those that will be listening yet to the podcast, as you're listening to the episode, you'll find that we'll talk down and give a list of tapping into your passion, being compassionate with yourself. Take her in a look in moments of reflection. Today, we will talk about confronting. What does that look like? How to confront when you assess and recognize patterns, or what is coming to annihilate, what is coming to stifle, what is coming to snuff your voice away, what is coming to take your power away, what is coming to weaken you. And you might not have the words to identify it or to label it, but today we will teach you how to fight, how to confront, how to stand, okay, against the patterns, whether you created those cycles or maybe you were just born into it. I'm going to say it like that. Maybe you created those cycles, or maybe you were just born into it, because some things we were just born into it, and some things we intermarry into it through relationship. Some things you were born into it. There are some
Mm-hmm.
things, cycles we created, but due to friendships and relationships, we intermarry, interconnect. So what's connected to him is not connected to you.
Mhm.
Okay, what's connected to you is not connected to him. You might not see it like that, but that's how it is. That's how it works. And even though there is a separation, now here it is. Now you have to contend. You have to have that big old huge scissors to cut away, and snip at the root of some things due to the intermeshing, okay, of relationship, and they call it soul ties. Okay, call it soul ties. So again, we're going to talk about challenges that trump over your mind. Challenges that trump over your mind. So in this chapter, we will dive into the concepts. The concepts of your thought patterns, your ideology, the way you think, the way you're wired. You'll find it. Though you have thought process, there were some thoughts that was seeded and planted. Into your mind by way of conversation, by way of based on environment, what was told, it was seeded and it took root.
Wow. Definitely, she's gonna come back, but that's something that many of us struggle with. It's our mindset, and that's what she was talking about. Our mindset, how it's been formatted, how it's been, really programmed, and that it's been for generation. And I think 2 days ago she was talking about that too, intergeneration. So that's another trauma that she was explaining to us. And so this is very key. I hope many of you guys are watching, you are taking notes, because this is where the root of all the issues is, our mind. Everything we have taught our mind for generation, for many many years. So that's something really, we should really pay attention to. We should really reprogram it with with positive thinking, and making sure that transformation, it has to start here. So that's something that I really like that. And I think, what do you have to say about that, Coach Tina, what she was talking about?
Like she was saying, the relationships we have, through our marriages, we have we intertwine. So everything we go through together, it actually, even if we leave that relationship, we still have that stuff that we did together, that stuff that we experienced together. It still goes with us wherever we go. That's just like in our families. Everything we experienced when we was a child follow us as we do as adults.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So everything, any kind of trauma that we've had in a relationship or in as a family ties, it all follows. So we have to learn how to adjust our mindset so those things won't affect us going forward.
Absolutely. And hello, Coach Danielle. Thank you so much. You've been here from day one. We thank God for you, Coach Danielle. She's saying that some tradition lead to trauma. Yes, that is
Yes.
for sure. That is
Yeah.
for sure. So thank you so much, Coach Danielle. You always here. We love your notes. We love your comments. So thank you so much, Coach Danielle.
Yeah.
Hello, you back, Dr. Vela.
Yeah.
Yes, I was going. I'm telling you, I was going. Where did I leave off at? It's been such a fight this morning. So that means whatever is being released, the enemy don't want
Yeah,
you to hear it. Where
Yeah.
did I
Yeah.
leave
I know.
off at? Where did I leave? Where did I leave off at?
You was talking about
The
our
mind.
families, our relationships.
But you're also talking about the mind.
Yeah.
Okay, the subconscious and the conscious mind. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So there's some things that when I saw words spoken over your life that has been rooted and is deeply rooted in the subconscious mind, deeply rooted in the subconscious mind. And so we're not going to go off into that. But I also was saying that even in the thinking, your wiring and the concepts of what was given, spoken over your life by way of intermarrying relationship. Because
Mm-hmm.
again, even though you have a wiring or based on the way you think, based when you go into some relationships, now you have to think for you and for him and them.
Mm-hmm.
And he have to think for him and you and those connected to you. So again, you're picking up his thoughts, and now he's picking up your thoughts. There's an intermarrying of thoughts. So therefore, his belief now becomes your belief. Some things you might not agree with, but now his belief becomes your belief, and your belief now becomes his belief. And there's some beliefs, there's a clashing. Okay, clashing. So we're going to be talking about confronting the challenges that trump over our minds. It requires resilience, self-awareness, and you to be proactive. When I say proactive, a lot of us are fighting the same battles, no, different battles, but the same strategy. Different battles, but the same strategies. I
My
know you're
goodness.
tired. I know you're fatigued. I know you're
Yes.
worn out. But all the battles that's coming to you, you're fighting it the same way every time. And so that's why that's the fatigue, the tiredness. Again, every battle is not the same, but could very well be this time for you to change your position, change your fight, be more proactive, study your opponent. Just like your opponent studies
Yes.
you, study your opponent. Okay.
Yes.
And when you study
Yes.
your opponent, you'll know how to fight. I'm telling you, before you even wake up and your feet hit the ground, the
Yes.
enemy
Come
have been
on.
studying you to see how he could devour you throughout the day. So just like
Yes.
he's studying you, study your opponent. Study what
Mm.
comes to you. It comes like cycles. It comes like a
Yes.
certain time of the month, a certain time of the
Mhm.
season, every
Right.
3 years, every 6 years. It's a cycle. It loops, it loops, it loops. So now I'm going to give you steps to help navigate, to help contend, to help be the stuff. For some, you are on the fence, on offensive. For some, you are on the defense, and so it will help you to overcome yet these obstacles. Number one, identify the challenges. Begin by recognizing the specific challenge that are
Mhm.
affecting your mental well-being. What is coming
Yes.
to disrupt your peace? What is coming?
Mm.
What is in place? What is coming to disrupt your peace? There are things that we have created, but it could very well be that we didn't know how to budget. We didn't know how to put, so there's some things based on lack of knowledge that we have put into place. So now it's affecting us. But other than that, there is a spiritual entity and there are things that's happening that's coming to affect us, that's disrupting our mental capacity. So this
Yes.
could include, and when it comes to disrupt your mental capacity, it brings about self-doubt. It brings
Mhm.
about negative thought patterns, a fear of failure, and
Yes.
anxiety.
Oh,
Anxiety of
that's a
the
big
future.
one. That's a
Anxiety
big
of the
one.
future outcome. Okay. So what's next? We're talking about confronting yet these challenges. Practice
Yes.
self-awareness. Practice
Mhm.
self-awareness. How does that look like? What does it look like? Cultivate mindfulness. Cultivate mindfulness and self-awareness. Be mindful. Think. A lot of us are, we're watching, we're live, but we're not thinking.
Mhm.
We're not thinking. So practice mindfulness. Be alert, be alert, be alert. I know life pains and agonies come to numb us, and it numbs us to the point where it dummy us down. But it's this
Mm.
at this point it's asking you to be alert, to be sensitive, to be agile,
Yes.
to be able to move, duck and weave if you have to, but be agile, be alert, be alert.
Mhm.
Mindfulness and self awareness to be able to
Yes.
absorb your thought when you're having negative thoughts that's bringing on or putting you in a state of depression.
Mm.
Be mindful what thoughts are coming, okay? What negative thoughts are coming to shift your mood and put you in a state of depression. It alters your emotions and it also brings judgment. Okay, so pay attention to how these challenges manifest in your mind and how it manifests in your body. Okay, let's
Yes.
read. Okay, challenge negative thoughts. We're talking about confronting. We are contending. Okay, teaching you and giving you the tools to fight by way of
Mhm.
recognition and self awareness. Okay, so when negative thoughts arise, challenge them with evidence based reasoning and positive affirmation. Okay,
Yes.
challenge it with evidence-based reasoning. No, I've done this before. I've been here before, and I achieved this goal, and I'm gonna do it again. And then now you affirm positive affirmation. I can do this. Everything I touch my hand to will turn to gold. Everything I turn to will be
Hallelujah.
created.
Yes.
Everything that I
Yes.
am in the space, I bring the heat. I am the changer. Speak to
Yes.
yourself. Speak to your environment.
Mm.
Speak to your atmosphere.
Amen.
Bring about a change. Now replace those self-limited beliefs with
Yes.
empowering statements. It's going to
Hallelujah. Yes.
exchange it, replace it,
Mm.
let it
Yes.
go, exchange it, and replace it. Okay, with empowering beliefs, statements that affirm, that validate, that renders, that speak your worth and your capabilities. Okay, being
Woo. Yes,
mindful.
sir.
Okay, and there's more, but I'm not going to go into all of them. You got to get the book. You got to get the book.
Yes.
You
Gotta
know,
get the book.
hashtag get the book. to be able to
Yeah.
read, the steps
Yes.
to confront what comes
Mm-hmm.
to challenge your mind. Okay,
Yes.
develop coping strategies. Build a toolbox of coping strategies to
Yes,
manage
sir.
stress
Right.
and over you being overwhelmed. This could include deep breathing exercise. Teach yourself
Mm.
how to breathe because guess what? When you're being pressurized, it programs you how to breathe. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Because anxiety, you're breathing heavy. Now you have to reset. You have to now manage coping strategies, teaching yourself how to, they say, woosah, breathe again, relax, breathe, relax. Use breathing exercise that will, and then allowing the blood to flow.
Yes.
Bringing about a
Yes.
calm, causing you to be calm. Okay, and just calm, and you can allow peace, allow the calmness to speak to your heart, speak to your mind,
Mm.
bringing about peace, which means it's when you do that, it's a progressive muscle relaxation because under stress your muscles tense up. Okay, so when you breathe and learn how to breathe and have that USA moment, it will now relax your muscles, your visualization techniques, reset your the way you see things. Because when we see it, you know what we do. I don't know if that's gonna work. It looks hard. It might look hard, but I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna try it.
Yes.
I'm not gonna
Yes.
stop until
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Mm-hmm.
stop until I produce. So watch your
Yes.
words. Watch your
Amen.
words. Watch your words.
Amen.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
also be
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mindful about meditation. Meditation is a powerful tool because when you're sitting down and not even sitting or even walking or driving and you're still in your meditative, you're able to hear yet is you versus yourself, your thoughts. You're able to hear everything is still at this moment. Everything is yielded and in position so you could be able not only to
Yes.
hear your thoughts, but you can hear your there's a brain hacking, downloads, revelation. Now it
Mm.
sets you or resets you in a different space or mental space. So meditation is very,
Yes.
very, very important. And this one, set realistic goals. Okay, set realistic goals. Break down larger goals into smaller goals, achievable steps to
Mm.
prevent feeling overwhelmed. Okay, create each milestone along the way and recognizing your progress as resilience. Recognize your progress as your resilience. So we're not
Amen.
saying so.
Amen.
Whatever you're based on your 6 months goal, you'll now break it down into 3 months, and now you'll break it down into a monthly goal, and then from there you'll break it down into a weekly goal, making
Yes.
it thus
That's
achievable.
awesome.
Coach Jeanine, Coach Tina,
Mm-hmm.
did you have anything to add?
Ah, yes, yes, yes. Dr. Lovell. That's something that I was just telling Coach Tina. Many of us miss that when we've been with program for years and for generation. We're just thinking one, but we never really developed that coping strategy or mechanism to be able to stay, really to stay positive, but also to be able to recognize that, oh, I've been doing this way, I've been using this strategy for years, and it's not
Mhm.
working. But we don't
Yes,
even,
ma'am.
really take time to develop new strategy. This is very, very key, very key. Absolutely.
Mm. Thank you so
Yes,
much for
Coach
that.
Tina.
Coach Tina, did you have any? Because we could go ahead,
Mm-hmm.
Coach Tina.
Yeah, I was going to talk about on the meditation, and we sit down and meditate on what God has for us and what our desires are. We'll get there sooner than later
Mm,
Mm.
that's true.
because we're actually sitting down, and meditation is good. Like she said, meditation is good. It's good for the soul. It's good for the mind. It's good for the body. So if you get a
Mm,
chance, incorporate that into your daily life.
mm. Thank you so much for
Absolutely.
that. And also, what I'm
Mm-hmm.
hearing when it comes to strategies, a lot of us have powerful strategies that's attached or connected to wealth, but
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
we don't have the patience to exercise the strategies because we want a quick fix. It's not
Right,
Mm-hmm.
happening soon enough. It's
right,
not
right.
Mm-hmm.
happening quick enough.
Come
So
on.
we're now
Yes, yes.
pushing or putting a second win or putting
Mm-hmm.
we're now by our hands redeeming time. And so A lot of the strategies that have been given or entrusted us to us have a time attached to it, a time by way of progression and progression and process. So a lot of us
Mhm.
don't want to be processed through.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't want to be squeezed, okay, for the
Yeah.
refinement or for the greater oil. We just want to go to the process with ease, but we don't want to go to the progress. So we
Mhm.
have multi-millionaire strategies that have been given to us, but we're not allowing it to take the time to process. And when it's not moving fast enough, I hear this.
Yeah.
A lot of us, when I said us, are aborting our
Mm.
assignments. We are
Right.
aborting, so we are terminating it,
Ooh.
and
Oh my goodness.
terminating
Yes.
it, and we are exiting it before it's time because we don't
Mm.
have the patience to
Yes.
see
Mhm.
it through.
My goodness.
We
And Dr.
don't
Lovella, you
have the
mentioned
patience
that too.
to see
You
it
say,
through.
watch your words. Watch your words. Because how many of us just been interrupting the process because we just been saying fears, like the language, we don't even control what we thinking, what we saying, and that's why we need to watch our words. And you just say that because that's very, very key for us, especially being in a process. You need to really let yourself, you know being really led and stay in the process so you can be able, to really come on the other side, get transformed by the process. Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Lovera.
Yeah, and so the thing about it is, we're humans. We will get upset.
Mm-hmm,
We will get frustrated. We are going to lose it.
mm-hmm,
We are going to, because we are human, but at the same time,
mm-hmm,
wisdom speaks. And if we allow wisdom to speak, we will come calm or be in a place where we'll calm down, and because we're mindful of our words,
mm-hmm.
using wisdom, so we will be able to, because we're mindful of what we put into the atmosphere, because the same thing with what we put in the atmosphere, we have to live under the umbrella of our words.
Yeah.
We have to live under the
Yes.
umbrella of our words. And so we could think the imaginative, and we could still abort it through the conditions of our heart.
Mm. Come
Mm.
on.
Mhm.
And so
Yes,
therefore
sir.
we have to be able to
Woo.
detect what
Yes.
is speaking, the heart or the mind, the heart or the mind, the heart of the mind.
Mm.
So again, we could think the imaginative. We're very colorful. We think big and broad, but yet due to the issues and the scarring of the soul and the wounds of the heart, we could easily
Come on.
abort and
Woo.
Mhm.
abort
Yes.
our destiny
Mhm.
because
Goodness.
we don't want to go through
Mm.
the process. So
Mhm.
allow the process. And for some, it's like, you don't understand. It's taking too long. Okay. It's taking long. Your timing is not the Father's timing.
Mhm.
That's right. That's
And when
right.
you say
Mhm.
it's taking too long, that means you're putting a timetable.
Mm.
And when
Mhm.
you're thinking like that, it's like you're immediately putting a rush on it because
Mhm.
you don't want to go through the process.
Yes.
So
Right.
immediately, this is going to take too long. I'm not going to do it. You already talked yourself out of your
Mm.
inheritance
Yeah.
because you don't want to
Yes.
go through it.
Mhm.
Okay. Mm. Because, but
Mhm.
if you
We
only knew the
disqualify ourselves.
value of that lesson, that you
Mhm.
we Coach Jeanine, yes, we do. We disqualify ourselves. But if you
Yes,
also
we
know
are.
the value, if you know your
Yes.
value of who you
Mm-hmm.
are, you would allow the buffeting or the stripping away or you being
Mm.
pressurized because the Creator is preparing you for
Mm.
your wealthy place. He's preparing you for that place of
Woo.
abundance. He's
Come on.
preparing
Yes.
Yes.
you for that place of
Woo.
expect, preparing you for whatever it takes so you'll be able
Mm.
to maintain and
Yes.
sustain where you're
Mhm.
at.
Mhm.
Mm.
And so you
My
know that
goodness.
what have been given to you and entrusted to you is not yours anyway, but the Creator
Yeah.
gave it to you for you to be a steward
That's
of it,
right.
Mhm.
to be
Yes.
a steward
Mm.
per our
Yeah.
assignment. what we're doing, whatever our hand is at the plow, whether it's school, education, whatever we're building,
Mhm.
executing in the earth realm, we are a steward of
Yes.
it.
Yes,
And he
we are.
has handpicked you from the beginning of time to do so.
Mhm.
And so it don't matter what, it could be all hell is breaking loose in your life, but yet the assignment that he's giving you is going to impact the nations. And you're trying to figure out, God, why is it me? Why you trust me with all that? Why not you? What you're
Mhm.
going through and what you're dealing with is
Hallelujah.
Mhm.
temporal.
Yeah.
But it's
Mm.
developing character. It's causing you to see with precision. It's causing you
Right.
to evaluate and allow you to see that your imprint in the earth. So it's easier said than done. I get it, but allow what comes. Okay, but be alert, be diligent. And I always say when
My
COVID
God.
hit. When COVID hit, a lot of us would just go to church on Sunday, go to church on Wednesday. When COVID hit, a lot of us come
Mhm.
to realize that we were living in a bubble. And now we got shook and we
Yes.
had went through recess. Now we could see the squatters outside of our door. Before we couldn't see the squatters because we're so busy going and we were so ripping. Now we have eyes to see. Now we could see the squatters at our door that's been sitting there waiting for us to fall. Now we could
Yeah.
see this plot, the scheme
Yes.
that was coming. Now we could darken the weave from the arrow that was coming at us because we're no longer in a bubble. So the creator is allowing things for us to wake up, be alert,
Yes.
Yes.
open our
Woo.
eyes, be
Yes.
sensitive,
Yes,
be in
Lord.
tune, be in
Yeah.
tune, be in tune with him. So he's fine tuning you to be in
Mm.
tune with him.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Be in tune. A lot of us are out of bound. We have a
Yes.
Yes.
relationship, but we're not connected. We're not in tune. We're not in
Yes.
tune.
Mm-hmm.
We're not sensitive. We're not
Mm.
Yes.
sensitive enough. We're too self-consumed with what we got going on. Coach
Right.
Tina, Coach Jeanine.
Oh, me, I don't have anything to say right now. Calm down.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's just so much.
Woo.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I need to calm down.
And we talk about stewardship. Like,
Understand.
what are we given? Uh,
Yes.
are we stewards of what we got to get? What God has given us? So we got to be stewards of that. Whatever that
Mm-hmm.
He done put deep inside of us to come
Yes.
out to serve His people. We got to
Mm,
be good stewards of that, and we got to trust
mm,
that
mm,
His
mm.
will on
And
our life is more than we can ask
mm.
for. We just gotta
Right.
take that
And
walk.
look, mm. And Coach Tina, what I'm hearing, I'm so glad you said that because some of us are going through, again, I don't know why I keep going here. It seems like we're going through pure heck while we're trying to embrace what the creator
Mhm,
has given us and entrusted us with.
mhm,
And so we're thinking that while we're going through and we're dodging bullets, that everybody could see our vulnerability, everybody could see our nakedness.
mhm.
But even when you're going through, the creator cover you so like a shield that
Yes.
nobody could see yet your
Mhm.
weaknesses, your flaws, your
Yes.
scars, because he has
Yes.
shielded you so. That's how
Mhm.
much he loves you. He's shielding you so they don't see what you're going through.
Yes.
They might could tell, but they can't pinpoint. But he's
Mhm.
shielding you that they can't.
Mhm.
My God, I don't know why I went there, but I felt it. He's shielding you so the world don't see your vulnerability, don't see
Yes.
your nakedness, don't see when you're falling, when you're crying. Now they could
Mhm.
only see you at your strength. They could only
Yeah.
see you, my God, when you're on your rise. They could.
Yeah.
God's going to allow them to see what they can until He sets a table before you and your enemies. Until that time.
Yes.
Until
Yes.
that time.
Yeah.
Until that time.
Mhm.
So we have to
That's good.
focus. We have to literally focus on solutions and to be
Mhm.
mindful when we're going through. Sometimes it hit us so hard that we can't even think.
Mhm.
It's like I can't think of I can't think of a solution because at that point it's coming to snatch your creativity. It's coming to
Mhm.
snatch your innovation. It's coming to snatch your
Mm.
Mhm.
solution.
Yes.
Coming to snatch your keys. It's coming to take away your mind, that you can't even think of a solution. So focus on the solution. Instead of dwelling on the problems, focus on
Yes.
finding solutions and taking
Mm-hmm.
proactive steps to address them. Break down complex issues into manageable tasks and tackle them one
Yeah.
at a time. So which means whatever has come, break it down in small parts, focus on it a little bit at a time, and baby, I'm coming
Mm-hmm.
at you. You better buckle up because I'm coming. And you're
Yes.
going to tackle it one
Yes,
at
sir.
a
Yeah.
time. One
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
at a time. And so to be honest, is how sometimes when life hits you so hard and you can't think of a solution, you know where the solution is going to come from? Deny yourself and start helping somebody else.
Mm.
And when you start
Mm-hmm.
helping somebody else and
Come
your
on.
hand is busy, then here comes the solution
Yes.
because you're
Yes.
helping and you're
Amen.
doing that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Father is dropping solutions to you. When you
Yes.
don't
Amen.
know what to do, start
Mm-hmm.
helping somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The solutions. You are the solution. You are the
Yes.
antidote. So embrace
Yes.
your
Mm-hmm.
failure as a learning opportunity. Embrace your failure as a learning opportunity. Shift
Mm-hmm.
your perspective on failure, viewing it as a natural part of the learning process rather than a reflection of your worth. Extract,
Mm.
extract. A lot of us, we're moving, we're building, and we're packing, and we're packing, and we're
Mm.
adding, and we're adding. And so a lot of us can't go into our next place or space of abundance because we're too heavy. And we're packing
Mm.
last season's and 3 years worth of junk that, my God,
Mm.
that
Yeah.
you now
Yes.
have to unpack. So you're still too.
Right.
You can't fly high because you're still too heavy. You can't store because you're
Mm-hmm.
still too heavy. So what do?
Mm.
Extract, unbump,
Mm-hmm.
cut away,
Yes.
let go. And then sometimes we
Let
Yes.
still try to
go.
go.
Woo.
We
Yes,
start,
sir.
and after that, after we debunk, here we go, try to bring in
Yes.
Pookie and them. Father said, no,
Mm.
this is your
Mm-hmm.
door. This is
Right.
Yeah.
your door.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is your door.
Mm.
You've been
Yes.
given
Mm-hmm.
to everybody else, and there's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
you. But in this
Yes.
season, you will no longer deny yourself. This is your
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
door. So
Yes.
extract, okay, lessons and any setbacks from any setbacks and use them to
Mm.
practice gratitude. We talked about this yesterday. Cultivate a place of gratitude. Practice to shift your focus from what's lacking or to what you're
Mm.
grateful for. My babies get upset with me. And all this is happening, all this happening. I said, be thankful that this didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
That there you go. No, you're looking for the negative. I see the positive. Be
Mm-hmm.
thankful.
Mm.
Be thankful. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Regularly
Yeah.
acknowledging and being appreciative and being positive. Okay. And
Mm.
also engage in self-care. Someone hit me up
Yes.
yesterday. But I did my self-care. I said, you did. I just want to let you know I took time for myself. I said, good for you. I
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
let you know. Okay.
Yes.
I'm
Yes. Yes.
following your advice. I did my self-care. Prioritize self-care. Activities that nourish your body, mind, and
Yes.
soul. And then
So.
also you could
Mm-hmm.
include exercise, spending time with nature, practicing hobbies or engaging in activities, whatever you have to do to bring about self-care.
Amen.
Okay, so with that, I just have like two questions. And right now, I'm going to turn it over to Coach Tina and Jeanine for any comments, commentary, or whatever you would like to add to
I think.
blessings in the chat.
Yeah, you are the solution for sure. It's showing that. Yeah. A lot of people are saying that.
Yeah. Solution. No, I don't. I don't have anything else.
I think just keep going, Dr. Lovella.
Okay,
Just keep going.
okay. Well, quick
Yeah.
question. Okay, I'm just asking. Okay, quick question. What quick question? While we're doing our recap, coming to a close, why is it so important to cultivate gratitude and appreciation for the resilience of human spirit? It is important to cultivate gratitude because it helps you focus. It helps you tap into your strengths. It helps you tap into your achievements. It helps you foster a positive mindset. It reinforces the idea that our struggle helps us grow. Our struggle helps us empower ourselves. It also helps us to lead to a more resilient and appreciative outlook of life. You will be surprised of those that have everything and still not pleased, not satisfied, and still not grateful for
Yes.
what have been given and entrusted to them.
Mm,
So be grateful. Be
mm,
grateful. Okay. Another question. Why is it crucial to find our strength when we are in or feel weak? Why is it crucial to find our strength when we feel or think we're in our point or lowest point of weakness? Finding your strength during your weakest moments teaches us resilience. Do we think
mm.
like that? Find our strength and our weakest point? We're not thinking like that. So we're reprogramming. Remember, each segment is teaching you to reprogram to
Mm-hmm.
think different, shift different. So finding strength during your weakest moments teaches us resilience and self resilience. It helps you to build your confidence. Now, the confidence you had 20 years ago is not the same. The confidence you
Yes.
had 5 years ago is not the same. And the
Yes.
confidence you had 3 months ago is not the same. Why? Because as you
Mhm.
grow, evolve, and you're becoming the greater you, and you're
Mm-hmm.
becoming the giant within, and you're becoming, and
Yes.
you're magnetizing, you're illuminating. You will need the confidence to enter those doors. You will need, I will also go even deeper spiritually. You will need the confidence to access the realms and dimension that you occupy and the spaces in the world by way of business, by way of education, your sphere of influence. So you will need the confidence, the boldness, the God confidence, and the ability to overcome every adversity, every obstacle.
Right.
Okay, to give you control over. We say
Mhm.
dethrone, veto, overcome, just empower, fight, throw over, cast down. You will need the confidence. So what you're doing is building
Yes.
yourself up, building. So what we are programmed to do is build our spiritual muscles, build our muscles on the outside, but we forget to
Right.
build the inner
Mhm.
being, the inner being.
Mhm.
That's why when we get to our highest peak, the plateau, then we fall. Boom. Why? Because our ego speaks louder in the places or peaks. Okay. Substance
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have a voice. So if
Ah.
we develop our self-confidence, then substance will speak loudly. God consciousness
Amen.
will be the language,
Mhm.
okay? And
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
we'll also be able to decode any other
Yes.
language, okay? So as we're coming to a close, and then for that, I'm just going to do a recap, and then I'm turn it over to you, Coach Jeanine and Coach Tina. So then we tapped into a little of chapter 6. Okay, our topic on today. And I'm please, for those that's in the chat, please, if this has blessed you, type a 1. If you listen to the replay, type hashtag replay. If this has awakened you, impacted you, has even given you aha moment, please type this. I've given you aha moments. This blessed me. I needed this. I needed to hear this. Okay. Our topic on today was challenges that trump over our minds. Challenges that trump over our minds. The battle is in the mind. The battle's in the mind. Okay, minds in the mind. So this chapter 6, Confessions of a Black Woman, reminds us of the importance of embracing our vulnerability. Okay, understanding resilience and the transformative power of storytelling. Share your testimony. Don't allow pride to stop you from sharing your narrative, empowering someone else, because your storytelling, your testament will empower, will activate, will will cause one to evolve. It will shake the very core, and they'll look at you like, if you could make it, then I can make it. It will
Yes.
highlight your life story. It will end this journey of transformation and self-reconciliation, because a lot of you are coming back to you. I hear this, but Lord, a lot of you are coming back to you. You're finding you. The thing about it is, in finding you, don't
Yes.
go back to the old version of you.
Mm.
Find
Yes.
and finding and discovering who you are, but don't go back to
Mm.
that 20-year-old self when you had dreams and you had it going on and nobody could tell you nothing, when you had all your dreams and aspirations. You're still that person, but now
Mm.
in your 30s, your old self. What you got to do is evolve and bring that version of a woman that was carefree thinking, that was full of life, bold and
Yes.
resilient and beautiful.
Woo!
Bring her back, hips and all. Bring
Yes.
her back. Let her know, baby, I still
Mm.
got it. It's still me.
Amen.
I still rock it. I'm still
Yes.
that person, but I'm just a better person.
Amen.
A better person. A better person. Let them know who you are.
Mhm.
Your story speaks volume. Your narrative speaks volume.
Yes.
The world needs to know. Coach Tina, Coach Jeanine.
You have said it.
Yeah,
This
nothing to
week
say.
said
They're
it
quiet at
now.
this point.
Because to me, that is what we all need to take out as a takeaway. I don't have anything to add because this is what I hope you were listening, you were taking note because this is very key for you, even when you're starting this week. Just remember, go back to this replay. I don't know how many times I will listen to this replay. I don't know how many times that I have because you have to keep reminding yourself this. This is a very good training. It's really gonna continue with you all this week. Continue really to reflect and meditate upon this word. And I definitely encourage you to purchase a book, please, if you haven't, so you can join the movement. This is a movement. It's not just this one 21 days that you've been accustomed to. No, this is not a challenge. This is a movement. So please join us and purchase the book. All right. Coach Tina, any last word
Thank you for
from
that,
you so
Coach
we can
T,
wrap
Coach
up?
Jeanine. And
Mm.
you'll find when you start working on you, you will find that you'll be, yes, Coach Tina.
No, I'm gonna say it was just good to talk about on our working on our mindset, how we're gonna be stewards of what we got going on in our lives and finding solutions because we are the solution. That was good. We are the solution. So it was just good to hear all these nuggets to help us with moving forward.
Thank you
And,
for that. Thank you for that.
and then
Hmm.
and I was
And
gonna
you'll,
also say developing coping strategies. My goodness, that's something we all need as Black women, as women in leadership and on our businesses. We all need to develop coping strategies because that's how we're gonna get through this life.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Dr.
We
Lovella,
have to
any last
reset.
word?
We have to reset our minds as we,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we just have to reset our minds as we are now adapting and we are mind bending and we are navigating and moving through the newness of life. This is embrace the newness of life. And so, in order for
Mm-hmm.
you to embrace the newness of what is for you, you have to be open. You have to make changes. And you'll find when you shift your thinking, what you've been waiting for 5, 10 years, just start falling in your lap. And you're like, oh my God. And the creator just have been waiting for you to shift your thinking. Shift your thinking. Okay. Think different. He's been waiting for change. He's been waiting for you to change. He's been waiting for you to adapt, to make some
Mhm.
changes. And that's what you're doing. He's been waiting for you to find you.
Yeah.
He's been waiting for you to find
Yes,
you.
good.
Because if
Mm-hmm.
we're made in his image and
Yes,
likeness,
sir.
we'll embrace the creator and still deny ourselves. If we're made in his
Mm-hmm.
image and likeness, we will
Hmm.
embrace the creator and still deny ourselves. So he's been waiting for you to find you.
Yes.
Find you.
My
Mhm.
goodness. Wow. Thank you again. We come to the
That'll be
to
it.
the close of the night, even though we don't wanna go. Definitely, this is so good. This is couple times because definitely this was for
Oh, we lost
Got kicked
Anthony.
out, Coach Tina. Mhm.
Yeah, we lost. So yeah, this was good tonight.
Mhm.
We enjoyed every bit of it. Uh Dr. Lavella, the things that you have said in coping strategies and all the different ways that we can find ways to cope. How can I guess we should be closing right now, but I'm gonna ask this. How do you and tell someone to start? how do they start? What is the first step they need to do?
Assess where they are,
Mm-hmm.
assess where they are, and allow them to speak, articulate where they are, talk about their surroundings and what they're dealing with and what's on their plate. Allow them to share what's going on with them. And when they're able to share what's going on with them, what's on their plate, what's happening in and around them, then they'll know what they're dealing with. Now let's find an exit strategy. But with the exit strategy, you therefore have to assess the person's mindset in the sense of you could either stay or you could go from point A to point B. What are you wanting to do? They have to make up their mind as to what they want to do, because we could give you strategies all day long, but you might not be ready to receive it or accept it because you don't see a way out. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So based on
Yeah.
them responding to what they see, what they've heard, and what they want to do, and want to go from point A to point B. Now tell me, based on what you have on your plate and what you're dealing with, how do you think you could go from point A to point B? So in order for me to help them, they have to tell me what's on their plate, what they're willing, what's too heavy, what's their burden, what they're carrying. And now to help them see, because they could very well tell me what they're carrying and still see that it's too heavy. And again, there's no way out. So to help them go from point A to point B, I have to want to go from point A to point B. So helping them to cope is to be able to share, express. Some of them don't have the words to articulate due to so many pain, and they might not be able to speak it, but they very well be able to write it out,
Mm-hmm.
and say, what do you want to do? What's your next step? What's your next step? Where do you want to go? They might not have the steps in between, which is B, C, D. They just want to go from A to Z, and that's fine. But letting them know we have to make some stops along the way on the journey. And then here it goes. They will, well, that's fine, because now I have to let them know, prepare them for what's next,
Mm-hmm.
as they
Okay.
are able to cope with what they're dealing with, going from one step to the next.
Okay. That's good. That's good. So I don't know. We're gonna close out tonight. We thank everybody that come on to listen. I encourage you to purchase the book, and so you can follow along while we are going through these 21 days. We're on day 9. Is that right? We're on day 9, and we have day 10 tomorrow. But
Nine,
so I
nine.
need you to purchase that book, to follow along, so you can write down and get your notebook and write down the nuggets that she's given, and with the book that you have purchased. So you'll get a full circle if you purchase the book and get to listen to the conversation. So Coach Jeanine, I don't she we lost her just a few minutes ago. So I want to
Oh, wow.
thank y'all for joining
Hmm.
us on this live Emoji Global Network. You can go to YouTube and follow us on the Emoji Global Network, and also type in, if you watch the replay, to hashtag replay. And if you have any comments or questions, you can leave that in the comments, and then we can maybe talk about that on our next live. So we can answer some of those questions. Maybe if you have questions that you want to ask, or even any comments that you want to leave, you can we can send put the link on the live video, so you'll be able to purchase the book if you don't have the link already, or you can look on uh, Coach Janine's page and Dr. Lovella's page and find the link for the book as well as mine. So we thank y'all for joining us again. So is Coach Janine's back with us? You want to close us out?
Guys, go and listen to this replay, and we will see you guys tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Time. Bye bye.
Okay.
Merci
Bye bye.
beaucoup.
Mm.